Hello, my name is Bramwell Tovey. I'm the music director of the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to StravinskyPlus, which is a wonderful festival of the music of Igor Stravinsky, celebrating particularly 100 years since the first performance of his groundbreaking score, the Rite of Spring, also known as Le Sacre du Printemps, was first performed in Paris in 1913, and when it was first performed, it caused a riot. There were punch-ups in the audience, people screaming, people shouting. The dancers who were dancing choreography by Nijinsky that didn't really fit the score were struggling to hear the rhythm and the music. The orchestra were trying to protect their instruments from all kinds of brickbats that were being shouted at them, and also all kinds of things landing in the pit. It was a riotous evening, a riotous affair, probably the biggest scandal in the history of music, and yet within a year this wonderful work had been acclaimed a masterpiece. Now it's guaranteed to sell out every seat at the Orpheum, and we hope that you'll join us in one of those seats for the Rite of Spring. At the first concert we have music by Tchaikovsky. Weber Skride, the wonderful international violinist, is joining us for the violin concerto of Tchaikovsky. Now Tchaikovsky was a huge influence on Stravinsky. As a young boy, Stravinsky had seen Tchaikovsky at the opera and just worshipped his celebrity, all things Tchaikovsky, the music, the orchestration, the colors, the influence, and the compositional style. He mimicked it at times. He even arranged quite a bit of Tchaikovsky's music into his own musical language. But the Rite of Spring comes out of Tchaikovsky's musical language, and this is shown in the first concert. We also have Rimsky-Korsakov's introduction of March from Le Coq d'Or. Le Coq d'Or was the Golden Cockerel, was a ballet eventually with choreography by Fokine, which was done by Diaghilev and the Ballet Russe, but originally Rimsky-Korsakov wrote it as an opera. Rimsky-Korsakov taught Stravinsky, so once again there's the musical antecedents of Stravinsky on display. We're also playing The Firebird and Petrushka, two great scores from Stravinsky that he wrote for the Ballet Russe prior to the Rite of Spring. And you can feel this almost crescendo of activity, beginning with The Firebird, which very clearly falls under the influence of Tchaikovsky, and then Petrushka, which is full of the sounds of the fairground, with all these incredible Russian folk colors, leading, of course, finally to the Rite of Spring. And then, if that wasn't enough, on the weekend in between, we're celebrating two major chamber works. First of all, Piero Lunaire by Arnold Schoenberg, which is being sung by Valdine Anderson. And in the second half, we have The Soldier's Tale by Stravinsky. Now, this is an extraordinary work because it was written at the end of the Great War for a tiny ensemble. So we have the Rite of Spring for a huge orchestra, one of the biggest orchestras we ever see on the Orpheum stage, and The Soldier's Tale for a small ensemble. It's a chance to really get to know and love even more this extraordinary Russian composer who influenced every composer who came after him, one way or another. A man who took musical language into the 20th century, who described in music the events, the humanity, the discord, and also the beauty of being a human being alive in the first half of the 20th century. Gorgeous music presented to celebrate a riotous centenary. StravinskyPlus, do join us.